Okay, that's what we're dealing with, and we've got to work out the angle X. So, what have we got? Well, these three lines are parallel, depicted by these arrows here. And these three lines are all the same length, depicted by these lines. And that's important, okay? So, let's start by looking at this triangle. They've told us that these three lines are the same length, so we must be able to use that somehow. And if you look at this triangle, you see it's a triangle where two sides are the same length, which means it's isosceles, which means that that angle and that angle are the same, okay? And the same with this triangle here, two sides the same length, those two angles are the same. And all four of those will be the same because that is the same as that is the same as that. So these two triangles are identical. Okay, now we don't know what this angle is, so we're going to have to invent something ourselves to call it. So let's call it Y. Why not? Okay, now it's very important to be able to introduce your own variables, to have the confidence to do that, okay? Call it Y, call it T, call it Q, doesn't matter, as long as you don't call it X, because that's what we're looking for, okay? It's a very important skill to be able to have, to know when it's a good idea to introduce your own variables and to have the confidence, okay? So that's what we've done. So how does it help us? Well, let's see. We're looking for X. So if we knew these two angles, which we know are the same, whatever they are, that would be great. Well, we can get to those through 180 minus 2y. So that is 180 minus 2y, as is that, because the three angles in a triangle add up to 180. So that must be 180 minus y, in other words, minus 2y, okay? So, okay, it's going okay. Now, these three lines are parallel. Can we use that somehow? Well, we can. Look at this line here. We have a parallel line, and a straight line intersecting both of them, which means we can use Z angles. Here is our Z, okay? And in Z angles, that angle equals that one. So that's great. We can write down straight away from Z angles that Y is 38. Okay? There it is. Y is 38. Okay, that's brilliant. So we now know that angle, and we also know this one because it's the same as that one. That's also 180 minus 2y. So we've done it. We know that, therefore we know X, because the angles in a circle add up to 360. Fantastic. Okay, let's work it out. So 180 minus 2y is 180 minus 2 times 38, which is 2 38s is 60, 2 8 is 16, 76. So it's 180 minus 76, which is 104. Okay. Right, so that's 104 degrees. Okay, that is also 104 degrees. So therefore, X is 360 minus 2 104s. Because like I said, all those three angles cover 360 degrees, so they all add up to 360. So X is 360 minus that, minus that. So 360 minus 104 minus another 104. In other words, minus 2 times 104. So therefore, X is 204s is 208. 360 minus 208 is 152 degrees. Boom! There we go. So remember, Z angles, very useful. Isosceles triangles, got to know that. and angles in a triangle add up to 180, angles in a circle add up to 360. Yeah, and you can solve it. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and it would be a massive help if you could subscribe. It would also be amazing if you could support me on Patreon. All the papers and everything are on my website, drgem.com, and I'm also on social media. Thank you.